Hi, Dwayne. My name's Tegan. I'm one of the medical assistants. Before the PA comes in and you talk with her, I'm just gonna get some vitals real quick and listen to your lungs.
All right, honey. They're clear as a whistle. I've been feeling good today.
Oh, I bet.
Yep.
I'll just have you lean forward a little bit.
All right, just like this?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Breathe in. Breathe in. Okay, breathe in. All right, I'm gonna send the PA in soon. Just hang here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Knock, knock.
Come on in, honey.
Hi, Dwayne. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again. How have you been feeling?
I've been doing all right. I mean, how do you think I've been feeling? You know, still smoking, still alive. You know, I'll be honest though, my old lady's on my case as usual. You know, she acts like I'm huffing cyanide with this whole cigarette thing.
Okay. Well, it sounds like your wife is kind of concerned about your health. How do you feel about that?
Oh, she's plenty concerned, all right. Yeah, she's concerned about every damn thing I do. You know, I told her, you know, maybe I'll quit smoking when you stop binge watching those crime TV shows. You ever watch those, honey?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, you know that didn't go over too well.
Well, it sounds like cutting back on smoking has been a sensitive topic for you both. But how about we focus on you for a second? Any thoughts about cutting back?
I mean, not really. I know it's bad for me, but hell, I've been doing it for 30 years and it hasn't killed me yet. So, you know, sometimes I like to think maybe I got super lungs or something.
I hear you. It can be hard to think about stopping something when you've been doing something for so long. But it sounds like it's been bothering you. So let's talk about how it's affecting your day-to-day.
Well, it does affect my day-to-day. You see, the old ball and chain always talking about how I smell like an ashtray. My grandkids won't even hug me because I smell like an ashtray. You know, I get winded chasing after the dog when he knocks over my beer. But honestly, I'll be honest here. I can still outrun my crippled old brother Wayne. So I'd say I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, you see, Wayne, he struggles with arthritis. You may know him actually. He was a fullback for Virginia Tech.
Oh.
Damn fine fullback, damn fine. But look at him now.
Yeah.
You know, look at him now.
All right, let's get back on track here, Dwayne. We're talking about you today. It seems like there's a lot of stuff kind of going on under the surface today. And these things might not seem that serious right now, but they can be pretty serious in the long run. What's your take on that?
What's my take? My take is that the dog's a damn clumsy fool. My wife married me knowing that I smoked. My grandkids are little snot-nosed brats, and my brother is a washed-up has-been. But I will say that the wheezing does get kind of annoying, so I know I need to kind of stop. I just don't really know how.
I really appreciate you being really honest about that. It sounds like these physical symptoms are really affecting you, and it sounds like you've thought about quitting in the past. Where would you assess that you are kind of in the phase of like quitting again? Do you think you are ready to start that process again?
Start that process again? I mean, have I been thinking about it? Sure. Think about it every time my wife brings it up. But have I been doing anything about it? No, that's a different story.
That's totally fine. It sounds like the stage of change you're in is called the contemplation stage. And it sounds like there are a few barriers that are kind of holding you back from stopping smoking. What do you think some of those barriers are?
Holding me back? I like smoking, if I'm being honest. It's my little escape. And besides, you know, what am I going to do with my hands if I'm not smoking? Knit scarves?
It makes total sense. I mean, smoking is part of your routine now. It definitely becomes a habit. But there are definitely some other things we can try to kind of reduce the amount you smoke. What are some things that we can do to make quitting feel a little bit more possible?
Make quitting more possible? I don't know. If you made cigarettes taste like broccoli, maybe that'd work. But other than that, I don't know.
Well, I'll definitely make a note about the broccoli flavored cigarettes. But for now, how about we maybe think about starting cutting down the number of cigarettes you smoke on a daily basis? How does that sound?
You said cutting back.
Yeah, instead of quitting completely. What do you think about that?
I guess I could smoke less if it gets the old lady off my back. she's practically staging an intervention every time I light one up, so it's probably about time that did happen.
Yeah, cutting back is a great start and doesn't have to be overwhelming. About how many cigarettes would you say you're smoking a day?
Oh, let's see. I'd say about 20, give or take. It really depends, you know. Some days I tend to smoke a little bit more, especially if it's a bad game of football on. You see, when my Buccaneers are losing, it could be as much as 30, I'll be honest.
Okay, so how about we maybe start with going to 10 cigarettes a day? That way you're not cutting out completely. It might make things a little bit easier. How does that sound first?
10 cigarettes? Oh, God. Trying to that's cutting it in half. What are you going to send me in withdrawals, honey?
Okay, I know this sounds hard, but I promise I'm not trying to make it miserable. Cutting back is a great place to start, and I really think we can do this if we work together. So what do you think about just cutting down to 10 cigarettes a day?
Fine, but I'll be honest. If I get cranky, you're gonna have to be the one to explain to the old lady why I might be a little bit on edge.
I'm fine with that. And we can also maybe consider doing like a journal to kind of figure out what maybe triggers the need for a cigarette. And then we can kind of review that together and kind of work through what triggers and kind of eliminate those.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I could start a journal writing down my triggers. I'll be honest, I'm gonna be writing about all the times my wife nags me. That's gonna fill up half the journal right there, but I think I could do that, young lady.
Okay, great. Well, it sounds like we have a good plan to start with. Why don't you kind of walk me through what we're gonna do to start?
All right, so I'm gonna cut my cigarettes back to about 10 cigarettes a day. Maybe on Sunday I might do 12, but at least I'm cutting back, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Anything's better than
All
nothing.
right. So that's first. I'm also going to track a journal, so I can kind of see what kind of triggers me, what makes me want to go smoke, and we'll reassess from there. Is what we'll do.
Yeah, we'll definitely reassess. I'm thinking maybe we schedule another follow-up in about 2 weeks and see how you're doing with kind of cutting back the first 2 weeks and seeing how we're doing in the journal, and then go from there. How does that sound?
Yeah, I guess I'll give that a shot, but if I end up needing something to do with my hands and I'm knitting scarves, honey, you're buying the yarn.
It seems like stress is a big trigger for you.
Yes,
it seems like there may be other things we can do to kind of manage your stress. What do you think some other things to do might be?
Instead of smoking?
Yeah.
I guess I could yell at the dog, He deserves it half the time.
Well, I don't... Well, let's aim for something a little less stressful for the both of you. Maybe we can try like taking a walk or something instead of smoking, and then you can walk your dog at the same time. What do you think about that?
That ain't a bad idea. You see, me and my old lady used to go on walks, but ever since I really started smoking, it's been harder to walk. So it would be nice to get back out with her and go out on walks. So yeah, I think I could do that, but if the dog gets in the way, ain't no promises I ain't gonna yell at him, all right?
Okay, that's totally fair, but it seems like we have a good plan to start with. So we're gonna do cutting back the cigarettes. We're gonna start with the journal, and then we're gonna include more walks to kind of help mitigate the triggers for the smoking. And you'll spend more time with your wife, hopefully less time yelling at the dog, and then we'll follow up in about 2 weeks and see how you're doing. But overall, how confident do you feel on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most confident that you can make this change?
I'd say 7, It'll be nice to go out walking with my old lady again. I'm looking forward to that. And cutting back's something I need to do. I got grandbabies, and I want to see them graduate middle school like me, so I think that'd be a good idea. I think 7.
7's a great place to start.
Yep.
And we'll definitely reassess when you come back for your follow-up and see if we can bump you up to an 8 or a 9. But that's definitely a great place to start. You have a good support system with your wife. You have good motivators with your grandkids. So we'll follow up in about 2 weeks, see how you're doing then. My medical assistant is going to give you a call, kind of check in, and then we'll go from there. But it's been great talking with you.
I appreciate you, honey.
I have confidence in you that you are going to do great and make some changes, and we'll see you then.
That's right. It was
All right.
nice to see you
It's
again.
great to see you.
It was great
Have a
to
good
see
day.
you. All right. It's the benefit of really big canine teeth.
What is wrong with me? My brain goes blank.
You need us to leave or?
No, I was just seeing who's in here.
Okay.